Hello everyone, it's BDF44 coming at you with another video. The Rich Paul rule, NCAA, really? The Rich Paul rule? Do you have any idea how insulting that is to anyone out there who doesn't have a bachelor's degree or a college degree of some sort, but is still very much succeeding in their craft, very much displaying excellence and consistency within their craft? Do you have any idea how insulting that is to them? How insulting it is to African Americans who have gone through enough in this world and now see a gentleman like Rich Paul bucking the system, doing it without a bachelor's degree, coming from a situation that wasn't as ideal as it should have been, and still managing to succeed in every way, to the point where he has you guys doing stuff like this. You know how proud we are of this dude in our community? You're gonna pull this bull? I understand it. So it comes down to a bottom line thing, and it comes down to a pride thing. It comes down to a control thing. They want to control these college athletes, and they understand that they're losing their grip on that because of entities such as Rich Paul and Rock Nation and different organizations that are now managing players and helping them athletes find other avenues to display their talent that doesn't exploit them and punish them for trying to make a living off of themselves. I've discussed how I felt about the NCAA before, I believe, but I do believe the world would be a better place if it didn't exist. And I understand the dopeness of March Madness and that season. I understand that. There's a lot of good that goes along with that tournament. But let's be clear. They have been basically unfairly forcing young athletes to display their talents on their platforms while they make money off of these kids, and then punish them for trying to make money off themselves, punish them for trying to sell their own paraphernalia, knowing that a lot of these kids are coming from less than perfect situations, less than ideal circumstances, situations where their families could use money that you are earning off of them. And what part of business and anywhere in the world is that not considered unfair? But in college athletics. And we've put up with this nonsense for years, and now everyone is starting to wake up. We woke now. And you can't stand it. But what you don't realize is that the whole world is watching you with a new set of eyes. Some of these tactics that y'all used in the past to try to keep people down and keep doors closed in front of ambitious individuals, those tactics are now looked at differently. They're not looked at as something that is just accepted. This is bullying at the highest form. This is discrimination in the highest form. This is racism in the highest form. And all different types of isms and different types of discrimination on high. And there's no reason for us to allow them to do it as a society. There's no reason for us to sit quietly while they go along and do this. And most importantly, we need to do everything we can to assure that our children and our students, athletes, find other paths. That's why I appreciate different entities that allow these kids to do so. They need other avenues than to have to funnel their talents through the NCAA for just a year. It's demanded that they go to the NCAA basically. Particularly in the NBA. It's like, okay, you got to go through there. No. I'm so glad that has begun to change. I'm so glad that there are other avenues for these kids. And if I had a kid that was playing student athletics, there would be no way I would send them through the NCAA. There would be no way. They would get their education elsewhere. And they would find a way to display their talents and improve their way into the pros. I would use a different avenue all the way around. There's no way. So yeah, I'm proud to condemn the NCAA and all that bull crap they've been doing. I've been watching them do horrible things to students because they took money and, just nonsense. Oh, they sold paraphernalia. Oh, they stole some jerseys. Let's snatch all their accolades away. Let's condemn them. Let's shame them in the media. Evil behavior that I've been watching since I was a young child. And I felt a way about it the whole time. And I'm so glad that we've all woken up to this nonsense. I'm so glad that it's understood that is not normal. That is abusive behavior. That's what that is. So as far as this situation with Rich Paul, I would like to think that rule would be would have to change very, very soon. That there should be no restrictions on an individual who can display their knowledge and display their professionalism within something and dominate even like he's doing. You know, and then if there are avenues that can look into, if there are other entities that can look into what they're doing even further, it's necessary. Because I'm willing to bet if you dig enough there, you'll find enough skulls and bones to put some people away. To be completely honest, I'm that angry at this point with the NCAA. I'm not even considering just dissolving them. I think that the stuff that they've been doing is criminal, and I felt that way for a while. So, I've been pretty angry with the NCAA and how they've been treating these students. They're acting like all student athletes are on one accord, swimmers and different other sports, along with men and women's basketball and men's football and what have you. It's just like, no. You know that the football programs and the basketball programs make you a significant amount more money. You know that. And yet you have it as a flat, straight across the board understanding that all student athletes have the same demands upon them. None of them can make money off themselves and all this. That's bullcrap. Guys make billions of dollars off of these kids. Billions. And it's not enough to just do that. You have to disgrace them if they break that screwed up rule. You got to disgrace them. You got to drag their name through the mud and take things from them in their programs. It's awful, man. Just awful. So at this point, I want them to just get rid of the NCAA and prosecute anybody at the top of that damn thing. Anybody involved with the nonsense that has been forced upon these kids for so long. It's awful. But anyway, that's my opinion. You don't have to agree with me. But I encourage you to take a look at the facts. I encourage you to go learn more than I have. You know what I mean? Get informed on how best to send your kid through athletics. Because, of course, there are a lot of us who are going to do that. I mean, there's a lot of money to be made, and these kids love sports. You know what I mean? That's not going anywhere. So that particular company, program, whatever, that can't be a part of it no more. Treating our kids like servants. Like they have to be there, like it's a privilege to be there. No, it's a privilege for you to keep getting all of these talented kids that keep coming from their homes and coming from their neighborhoods. They come to show the world what they can do. Why aren't they professionals when you can earn off of them? Why aren't they considered professionals when they make so much for you? It's ridiculous. And they go through leaps and bounds to assure that these kids make it through school so that they continue to have their grades up when they're really not really teaching these kids. We all know it. They're not teaching them anything. They're just forcing them to be there for a year or more. Nah, it's over with. So anyway, I'm over a lot of stuff. I'm looking at some of the things that are going on in this world. I'm just like, man, look. And I think I've spoken on this before. The NCAA it's over. The way they've been doing things is over. And any groups or businesses that are run that way, you're not going to be looked at the same way when you behave this way. You can't just treat people like poorly. You can't. You can't just take things from people, make money off of them, and tell them they have to abide by some rules and that they need to be thankful that they are even in the room with you. No. They keep you going, not the other way around. Without the talent, you have nothing in your programs. And I'm so very happy that kids are starting to realize, and parents are starting to realize their worth. Because it's time to. They've been doing this bull for too long. That's a norm that isn't normal. It's that simple. Down with the NCAA, get them out of here completely. Get them the hell out of here. That's what I got to say, man. Shout out to all the student athletes. Shout out to all the people out there who don't have doctor's degrees or lawyer's degrees or bachelor's degrees, whatever, who don't have the paperwork to display what they can do, but still go out there and make sure they show it anyway. Demand they respect one way or another. Learn their way through things in different ways of learning. Who don't require themselves to sit in a certain way with collegiate lifestyle. Maybe they want to go a different route. Maybe they found a better way for themselves. That shouldn't be something that should be frowned upon. That's all I got to say about that. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. BDL.